You hear the stories first as whispers. They are ghosts on the stellar winds. A star just vanished from the charts. A listening post gone silent overnight. You dismiss them as rumors. Space is vast and full of strange events. But the whispers grow louder. They become a steady drumbeat of fear. Something is moving out in the deep dark. It is a presence older than your civilization. It is a power that remembers the birth of galaxies. It does not announce itself with fire and fury. It comes with a chilling, perfect silence. Where it passes, light dies. Energy signatures wink out of existence. Entire star systems are snuffed out like candles. The void itself seems to hold its breath. It is a slow, creeping tide of nothingness. Your best telescopes see only emptiness. Your most sensitive arrays detect only background radiation. Yet the darkness spreads. A frontier world, Terra Nova, sends one last frantic message. It is a string of panicked, incoherent data. Then it too goes silent. Its sun, a brilliant yellow dwarf, is simply gone, wiped from the cosmic canvas, leaving behind only cold and shadow. This is not a force of nature. Nature is chaotic and messy. This is deliberate. This is methodical. It is a slow, patient erasure of life. The silence it leaves behind is not empty. It is heavy with purpose. It is the silence of a tomb being prepared for an entire galaxy. Your galaxy. They arrive without a sound. Their ships are not forged from metal or crystal. They appear as geometric impossibilities, perfect shapes of shifting shadow and captured light. They do not broadcast threats or declarations of war. They simply begin their work. They are the architects, and they have returned to correct a cosmic mistake. That mistake is you. Your species is a chaotic variable. You are an anomaly in their perfect design. Your emotions, your art, your illogical dreams, these are errors in the grand equation of existence. They are a dissonance in the universal harmony. The architects are here to restore order. They are here to delete the noise. Your existence has been judged a flaw. Their mandate is final. There is no appeal. There is no negotiation. They do not hate you. Hate is an emotion, a messy, inefficient data point. They feel nothing. They are a force of pure, cold logic, a storm of silent correction sweeping through the stars. They are the gardeners of the cosmos, and you are a weed to be pulled. From your outpost at the edge of the charted systems, you watch them come. You are stationed on a lonely rock named Vigilance, a fitting name for the final moments of the old world. The first architect vessel appears on your scopes. It is a perfect sphere of absolute black. It drinks the light of nearby stars. It makes no sound. It betrays no energy. It simply is. Then the attack begins. It is not an explosion. It is an unraveling. The small patrol fleet guarding your sector vanishes. One moment they are there, brave ships against the night. The next, they are gone. No debris, no wreckage, no final distress calls. Just a clean, surgical removal from reality. It is an act of impossible power. Executed with terrifying precision, you and your crew can only watch in stunned silence. This is not war as you know it. This is pest control. The architect's methods are flawless. They are absolute. Your outpost is spared, not out of mercy, but out of irrelevance. You are a bug on a leaf, and the gardener has not noticed you yet. But the garden is being cleared, and your turn is coming. Humanity responds as it always has, with courage and overwhelming firepower. The grand fleets are mobilized, the pride of your species. Thousands of warships, bristling with energy cannons and fusion missiles. They are sent to intercept the silent tide, Veterans of 100 conflicts lead the charge. They rely on proven strategies, tactics honed over centuries of interstellar war. The battle is joined near the destroyed star of Terra Nova. Your fleets arrange themselves in classic formations. They launch a volley that could crack a continent, a storm of brilliant energy and matter. It streaks across the void toward the enemy, the single, silent sphere of blackness. It does not evade, it does not defend. It simply waits. The entire salvo disappears. It impacts nothing. It is absorbed into the perfect black. Then the sphere responds. A pulse of cold light radiates outward. It is not bright. It is a subtle, silver wave. It washes over the grand fleets, and in an instant, they are gone. The warships, the crews, the hopes of a species, erased, deleted from existence without a sound. Command falls apart. On Mars, on Earth, on every colony world, panic takes root. Your greatest admirals and strategists are useless. How do you fight an enemy who ignores physics? How do you attack a foe who wields silence as a weapon? The architects are a flawless opponent. They make no mistakes. They have no weaknesses. They are a problem without a solution. Hope becomes a dwindling resource. Your leaders broadcast messages of defiance, but their voices tremble. Their words ring hollow. They are trying to solve an equation with the wrong variables. They speak of courage and sacrifice. The architects deal only in logic and efficiency. This is a war of mathematics, and humanity is being divided by zero. The despair is a tangible thing. You can feel it in the strained silence of the command decks. You can see it in the eyes of your fellow officers. They are the best and brightest of your species. And they are utterly lost. They are facing an enemy that is not just superior. It is contextually different. It is like a thought fighting a rock, a prayer fighting a supernova. Then, a small miracle. A single architect scout ship suffers a malfunction, a flicker in its impossible drive system. It crashes on a desolate moon in the outer rings of Saturn. Your forces capture it. They cut through its shadowy hull. And inside, they find a survivor, a single entity. It is brought to your battle station, the very same one that watched the first attack. It is installed in a secure cell on Deck 6. The captive is not a creature of flesh and blood. It is a being of pure geometry and light, a humanoid shape made of shifting crystalline patterns. It does not breathe, it does not eat, it does not speak. Your scientists try every method of communication. Language, symbols, nothing works. The alien remains impassive, a silent, beautiful, and terrifying puzzle. Then a junior linguist tries something new, something desperate. He projects mathematical formulas onto the wall of its cell. Simple addition, prime numbers, the geometry of a circle. The alien responds. It alters its own light patterns. It corrects a flaw in a complex equation. It communicates only in the pure language of math. The universal constant. Your scientists are elated. They have found a way in. They spend weeks conversing with the captive. They learn of the architect's purpose. The universe is a grand design, a symphony of physical laws and logical progression. Life, conscious, emotional life, is a corruption, an unplanned, chaotic mutation. The architects are simply restoring the system to its original state. They are pruning the cosmic tree. There is no malice in their actions, only a cold, detached sense of purpose. You are not a scientist. You are a communications officer. Your job is to listen to the void, to filter the endless static for any sign of hope. While the experts on Deck 6 talk numbers with a crystalline alien, you are doing your duty. You are monitoring a wideband broadcast. It is a civilian channel, a feed of old Earth entertainment, a desperate attempt to keep public morale from collapsing entirely. An old movie is playing, a drama from centuries ago. It is filled with human passion. A scene of heartbreaking loss plays out. An actor weeps for a fallen loved one. The sound is piped through the station's internal comms system. It is just background noise to you. But then you see it, on the security monitor for Deck 6. The alien captive flinches. Its perfect geometric form shudders. Its internal light patterns flicker wildly. It recoils from the wall of its cell, as if struck by a physical blow. The scientists do not notice. They are busy scribbling new equations. But you saw it. The alien, the creature of pure logic, reacted. It was not the sound that affected it. It was the emotion, the raw, illogical grief in the actor's voice, a signal in the noise. You report your findings immediately. At first, you are dismissed. It is a coincidence, a sensor glitch. But you are persistent. You convince a senior researcher to run an experiment. They isolate the alien from all other stimuli. They play it a series of sounds, pure tones, complex musical arrangements, random noise. The captive remains perfectly still, unresponsive. Then they play the audio from the movie again, the moment of raw human sorrow. The alien convulses, its form destabilizes. It emits a low hum of distress, a sound your translators identify as the mathematical equivalent of pain. It is not the sound waves, it is the content, the emotional data carried within the signal, a concept utterly foreign to the architect's mind. A new strategy is born. It is radical. It is desperate. It is almost certainly insane. If the architects are creatures of pure logic, then the illogical is a weapon against them. Your greatest perceived weakness, your messy, unpredictable emotions, could be your sharpest sword. You have been trying to fight a math problem with better math. The answer was to use poetry instead. The plan is codenamed Project Discord. It is humanity's last gamble. The goal is to weaponize the human heart, to turn your feelings into a focused energy beam. Your species has always been told to control its emotions, to favor logic and reason. Now, you are being asked to do the opposite. You must embrace the chaos. You must let your passions burn as a weapon of war. It is a difficult concept for your leaders to accept. It goes against every military doctrine. But every other option has failed. Your fleets are gone. Your defenses are shattered. The architects are closing in on the core worlds. They are preparing to extinguish the sun itself. Desperation makes for strange alliances. The generals and the poets are now on the same side. A call goes out across the remaining human worlds. It is not a draft for soldiers. It is a request for volunteers. The project needs people willing to broadcast their strongest emotions, their most powerful memories. They are not asked to fight. They are asked to feel, to contribute their personal experiences to a collective consciousness, a choir of 1 billion souls. The response is overwhelming. People from every walk of life sign up. Soldiers remembering the terror of their first battle. Mothers recalling the overwhelming love for their newborn child. Artists thinking of the moment of pure inspiration. Lovers reliving the pain of a first heartbreak. Every memory, every feeling is a unique form of ammunition. A data point of beautiful, illogical chaos. They are hooked into neural interfaces. Their brain patterns are recorded. Their deepest emotions are translated into raw data streams. It is an invasion of privacy on an unprecedented scale. But no one complains. They give their memories freely. They offer their hearts to the cause. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. A final, defiant roar against the silent dark. You are placed in charge of the project's most critical component, the Discord cannon. Your background in communications makes you the ideal candidate. You understand signals, you understand frequencies. Now you must learn to understand feelings as a waveform. Your job is to take the raw emotional data from a billion souls and focus it, to turn a symphony of human experience into a coherent weapon. You work with a team of brilliant, exhausted scientists. You are building something that has never been imagined. A device that does not fire plasma or missiles. It fires sorrow. It projects joy. It shoots concentrated beams of rage and hope. You have to create a lens that can focus a memory, a containment field that can hold a feeling. It is the most absurd and important work of your life. The cannon itself is a strange and beautiful thing. A massive array of crystalline amplifiers and psychic resonators. It hums with a power that feels almost alive. When it is active, you can almost hear the whispers of the memories it holds. A child's laughter, a soldier's prayer, a lover's sigh. It is a monument to your entire species, forged from the very essence of what it means to be human. The first test is ready. A small architect fleet has been detected moving toward the Mars colony. They are coming to sterilize the planet. Your team works frantically. The Discord cannon is mounted on a heavily modified battleship, the last of its kind. It is a lonely ship against a fleet of perfect, silent killers. The odds are impossible, but you are no longer playing their game. You aim the cannon at the lead architect vessel, a massive obsidian tetrahedron. You select the first emotional volley. It is a memory from an old woman. The searing, endless grief she felt when she lost her partner of 70 years. It is a pure, concentrated wave of sorrow. You give the order to fire. A beam of pale, shimmering light shoots from the cannon. It makes no sound. It moves faster than light. It strikes the architect's ship. For a moment, nothing happens. Then the perfect geometric shape of the vessel begins to warp. It shudders violently. Its smooth black surface bubbles and distorts. It is like watching a perfect ice sculpture melt in a furnace. The enemy fleet's formation, once a flawless, crystalline lattice, shatters. The ships break apart. They move erratically. They seem confused, disoriented. They are firing their own silent weapons, but at each other. They are turning on themselves. The pure, logical hive mind that connects them is being flooded. It is being poisoned by an illogical concept. Grief. It is a moment of stunned triumph. For the first time, the enemy is showing a weakness. They are not just being destroyed, they are being driven mad. The test is a success. The weapon works. You have found a way to fight back. You have found a way to break the perfect mind. Hope, a variable they could not solve for, is back in the equation. The victory is short-lived. The main architect fleet has arrived, a vast armada of impossible shapes. They are gathered before the sun, ready to deliver the final, silent blow. They are here to delete your home star, to erase your species from the cosmos. There's no time for celebration. There's only time for one last, desperate battle. To defend the sun, your ship, the vessel carrying the Discord cannon, is not alone. What remains of humanity's forces has gathered with you. A ragtag collection of patrol craft, mining ships, and ancient cruisers. It is a fleet of ghosts and memories. A pathetic defense against the might of the architects. But they are not here to fire lasers. They are here to act as amplifiers, to relay the signal of the cannon. to ensure the song of humanity reaches every enemy ship. You stand on the bridge of your ship. The view screen shows the sun in all its glory, a magnificent ball of life giving fire. And before it, the silent, black geometry of the enemy, a fleet so vast it blocks out the stars. This is the final act. The fate of your species rests on your shoulders. It rests on a weapon that fires feelings, a weapon you built. The battle begins. You do not launch missiles. You launch a symphony. The choir of 1 billion souls is unleashed. The first wave is pure, unfiltered sorrow, the collective grief of a species facing extinction. It washes over the architect fleet. The perfect lines of their ships begin to twist and deform. They are not built to process this kind of information. The next wave is joy. The memory of 1,000 first kisses. The pride of a parent watching their child walk. The simple pleasure of a warm sun on your face. It is a chaotic, vibrant burst of illogical happiness. The enemy ships begin to fire randomly. Their silent, perfect weapons now creating a storm of undirected destruction within their own ranks. They are fighting an enemy they cannot see, an enemy that is inside their own minds. Then you send rage, the cold fury of a soldier defending their home, the righteous anger against injustice, the raw, primal scream of a species that refuses to die quietly. The architect's ships begin to turn on each other with a terrifying frenzy. Their hive mind is tearing itself apart. The cold, clear water of their consciousness is being poisoned by a torrent of messy, human emotion. The battle is a symphony of war. Your sorrow and your joy become projectiles. Your love and your hate become weapons. The void is filled with the silent screams of a logical mind breaking. The architect's greatest strength, their shared, unified consciousness, has become their greatest vulnerability. You are not just destroying their ships, you are shattering their very soul. The central architect vessel, a moon-sized dodecahedron, begins to fracture. It is the core of their hive mind, the central processing unit for this entire sector of their consciousness. It cannot handle the illogical assault. The sheer volume of contradictory emotions is anathema to its existence. It is like trying to explain color to a creature that only sees in black and white. The core implodes, not in a fiery explosion, but in a silent, inward collapse of logic. A wave of psychic feedback washes over the remaining architect ships. Their formations, already in disarray, break completely. They are no longer a fleet. They are a scattered collection of broken, insane machines. The perfect mind has been fractured. It has been broken by the weight of the human spirit. The architects do not retreat. Retreat is a logical, strategic decision. This is not a retreat. It is a rout. A panicked, terrified flight. The remaining ships flicker and vanish. They are not withdrawing to regroup. They are fleeing from something they cannot comprehend. They are running from a force that defies the laws of their universe. They are running from you. Victory is a strange and quiet thing. You stand on the bridge of your ship, watching the last of the enemy fade away. The sun shines, warm and bright. You have won. You have saved your species. You have defended your home. But the cost is a terrible one, and the consequences are only just beginning. The galaxy is silent once more, but it is a different kind of silence now. It is not the silence of an empty tomb. It is the silence of a haunted house. The story of your victory spreads. The tale of the species that weaponized madness. The illogical race that broke the perfect minds of the architects. You are no longer just another noisy species in the cosmos. You are the ghost that haunts the stars, the species that fires memories from its cannons, the civilization that defeated logic with feeling. Other races look at you with a new kind of fear. It is not the fear of a conqueror. It is the fear of the unknown, the fear of something that does not play by the rules. The architects did not flee from a war. They fled from a mind they could not understand. Humanity is now the new galactic terror, and the void will never be the same.